My name is Paul.
My name is Phoebe.
Welcome to
Conversation Cafe.
Thank you.
Because of the Valentine, basically, that's why we also chose the topic that we'll be discussing today. We'll be discussing self-esteem, we'll be discussing sex, and we'll be discussing relationships. So let me make you guys feel safe. I'm Phoebe, I'm female, so I can relate to any female that's here. And Paul is male.
Obviously.
You can relate to any male that is here. I'm married, so if you're married, I think we can relate. And if you're single, Paul can relate to you. When will you say that? Like, when can you really say that you are dating somebody? Or is it when you go to the cinema 10 times? Or is it until he says, be my girlfriend, and then you say yes, that you're dating? So when can we say you're dating? And then what can you really say about relationships?
You can't be in a relationship with yourself. So if you're spending a lot of time with somebody, and in the mind of that person, you guys are going out, but in the mind of the other person, they're unsure, then you definitely are not in a relationship. So for starters, it has to be mutual consent. So, hey, I like you, let's date. Hey, I like you, I want to see where this goes. There has to be that clear conversation. This is what it is. And at that point, when there's agreement between them two, then you are in a relationship.
Have you identified your purpose in the relationship? Why are you guys in the relationship? What are you doing in the relationship? What is the aim of the relationship? So now we're defining godly relationships, right? You coming together, what are you guys coming together to achieve?
I'm asking on behalf of this, my female friend. Okay, what if before today, as a lady, I'm into this, I'm already in this relationship and we have been knocking each other? Yes. How do I make a U-turn? Or, how do I call it off?
Talk to the person, because it's mutual, right? Talk to the person. If the person does not agree, you have to go out of the relationship, because you cannot be strong alone. It's a relationship. If you guys are sleeping together, you cannot be strong alone. What is the major cause of low self-esteem in today's world? We're talking about this.
The basis of self-esteem is a product of things you've heard, seen, and know about yourself. You understand? Your opinions of you are not usually your opinions of you. Most times, they are opinions of what you've heard. Scripture says faith comes by hearing. The other part of it is fear also comes by hearing. And hearing is not what is just being said, what is being perceived, what you feed yourself with. This actually forms a perception of you. You understand? So self-esteem issue is what are you feeding yourself with? What kind of things are you listening to? What kind of words, what kind of relationships do you have? What do they say of you that you allow? If you're able to control that and, mind what is being said about you, reject negative words that's been said about you, take positive words, go through the scripture. What does God say about me? Talk to people, talk to good friends, look at people who you want to be like. How did they get there? Speak well of yourself. Actually talk to yourself. Speak good things of yourself. These are ways to just deal with low self-esteem, and these are sources that can actually help you, get rid of low self-esteem.
So the question I want to ask is this. We talk about in the Redeem where we say marry for better, for worse. And then all of a sudden your marriage has become toxic, it's become abusive, it's become violent, and then there's apparent threat to life. So in that case, then the other question I want to ask is a bit hilarious anyways. So, for example, I hear about how pregnant women, have a higher urge. I don't know how true that is. So your husband is very careful, he doesn't want to touch you and everything, and you don't want to go outside. And then people tell you that you should, self-help, use dildo and all those things. Is that a sin? We need to understand these things, please. Thank you.
But the first question about violence within a marriage in itself. Now, listen, let me just put it out there again. I will go back to scriptures. The only legal ground that scripture gives us for divorce is one thing, which is what? Infidelity, idolatry. That's what the scripture actually says clearly about divorce. Now, there are other ways you can go about this. Very, very other ways. There's something called legal separation. You can actually leave the house because now there's threat to life. So you can actually leave the house. Still marriage is a bit of a technicality, but for the sake of your life and for the sake, just take them and leave. You understand? You leave the house, you leave the environment, you leave, you go to a safe place. You don't stay in the house, else there's a problem.